Mode is on. Hey, good morning. How are you all doing today? This is my second video. And of course, I'm going live because I'm still learning how to operate this and how to do this. If someone wants to, because I know a lot of people and a lot of people know me. If someone wants to know, well, why is he going live? Like, why is he putting videos out? He's not perfect. Yeah, you're right. You 100% right. But let me explain to you. Oh, on my first video, I haven't learned how to go back and edit it yet, but I said the Metropolitan Nashville School Board knew that my fifth grade school was, the buses would take the white kids home first and leave us sitting there to be mistreated by some of the white teachers. I do not know if they knew. So that was a mistake, and I retract that because if I was not sure, then there was an accusation. And I want to make sure anything that I say is founded in reality and not fiction. So that was on my first video. I do not know if the school board knew. My mother went to the school board and complained to them. She knew some people at the school board. So, and that's the school board, which is over all metropolitan Nashville, Davidson County schools. That's where you go to get hired. That's where you go to do this. That's where you go to do that. That's where you go find out what zone your child. All of that. That's where the administrators for the system are. Okay, make that clear. But once again, I don't know if they knew the school was doing that. But once my mother went out there and told them, they knew. Okay, now I want to be clear. Once again, I go back and change my video, but I wanted to make sure that my information was exact. Because if I want to do fiction, I'll upload some cartoons. And when something is more on a jovial scale, or it's maybe something that is an opinion, then I will be glad to let you know. Okay, now we ready. We ready. Now, once again, my videos are for any and everybody. Venusian, Martian, Neptunian, amoeba, protozoans, those people who are deceased, but still walking around calling themselves living. My video is for anybody. This is supposed to be uplifting. So let me put that out. For my Caucasian brothers and sisters. And I have many, many Caucasian brothers and sisters. Just because I mentioned African Americans, just because I mentioned Black people, as you can see, I'm African American. So it is important that I speak to my community on a personal level of shared experiences. But the uplifting message is for anybody. All right. Thank you. 4 minutes. Now I can get on with this. I'll make my video shorter. But you see, my Black brothers and sisters, and when I mean my Black brothers and sisters, I mean we come from a beautiful jet black to a beautiful caramel brown to a beautiful sunshiny yellow. We come in all shades. And so that's the beautiful thing about Black people, is that our skin color varies so much. So when I say black people, I can't say just African Americans because Jamaicans are not African Americans. They're from Jamaica, but they're still black. Um, People from, let's say, the Lesser Antilles in the Caribbean, they are not Afro American, but they are still black. Let's say I'll talk about the Aborigines. They are not Afro American, they're still black. Let's say I'll talk about the Rwandans. They are still black. Let's say I'll talk about black people that were born in France. They may be French, but they're still black. I want to make that clear. So this is for all black people, and anybody who can glean a bit of hope from this message. So let me get started. You know, colonialism was really something. Colonialism was treacherous. It was low down, brutal, and evil. And the effects of colonialism are still felt on people of color. And when I say people of color, I'm talking about people of color in general, but as a black person, I'm talking about black people, our experiences on the receiving end of colonialism. You see, you can beat and you can brutalize somebody. As long as you don't kill them, you might leave them a little maimed, but they will still live. You see, you can put somebody in chains and they can cut off whatever part of their body is chained. Understand this. But when it comes down to the psychology of training people to respond how you want to think how you want to, I think it was a cat in psychology called Pavlov. And I think he did something like that with a dog. You see, every time he rang the bell, he gave that little dog, and I think it was a dog. It may be a monkey, but every time he rang the bell, he gave that particular animal a treat. So as he continued to do it, that animal began to salivate when he heard that bell. That animal then equated a bell with a treat. And so every time he rang that bell, that animal came ready to eat. You see, that right there is the kind of training in which you cannot cut off a limb. Unless you cut off your head and then you're dead. Because the psychological training goes into the essence of who you are and how you think, how you deal with situations, how you react to others, and your self-esteem. It goes into all of that because the psychology of who you are is embedded in you. And we still don't understand how that works, how our brains are able to make us the individuals that we are, all different. We still working on that. But trust me, we know about neurons, we know about neurotransmitters, it's just some things we learn. But at the end of the day, when you mentally train people to feel as though they are less than and to hate themselves, you have put them on a road to have a generational curse of self-hate. Because you know what? Just like it took time to train them, it's going to take time to untrain them. And so since those that trained you, to think that we are not interested in untraining you, you will stay that way. And that self-loathing nature will permeate into generation after generation and after generation. Hence, the, the decorative actions in which you subconsciously take, in which you constantly put on your brothers and sisters, they will continue to perpetuate that hate and lack of motivation. See, that's the reason why you have psychiatrists. Because psychiatrists or MDs, they go to medical school and they are trained to handle that. They are trained to deprogram the negative. They are doctors who deal with the psychology on the mind. Excuse me, I'm sorry, I got that backwards. Psychiatrists. Oops, psychiatrists. Okay, so psychiatrists are MDs. They're doctors. They can write prescriptions. Psychologists are PhDs. They cannot write prescriptions. Okay, so we got that. Okay, so I'm still learning how to edit these videos. So as I learn more, I will go back and edit these videos to not have to like go and say, well, oops, you know, that is what I will do. But the point of this particular video is that for all people, moreover, I'm saying yes, Black people, in order for us to learn to trust, value, love, lift, elevate, reach back, support, etc. each other, we must come to the realization that the psychology of our being is the direct opposite of that. And we must start there to figure out how deep it is embedded into the psyche of our souls. We must figure out what it is. And then only then can we prescribe the prescription to remove these toxic parts of us. My friends, that is just the beginning of self-love, and that is just the beginning of Black people being able to come together in peace and learning how to deal with our pain and not projecting our pain on each other with such vitriol and hate. Once again, I'm Black. So this that I put out is for anybody. White, black, blue, green. Well, I'm not gonna say orange. Purple, purple. It's for anybody. But I am speaking on an elevated level to Black people because we are hurting. We need to hear this, and until we hear it and understand it, we will continue to hurt. All right, thank you. I want you to comment. Please comment. You don't have to agree. You can disagree. I won't be upset. I won't be hurt. Because as my math teacher told me, he wanted us to learn to solve a math problem a certain way because he wanted us to understand how to reason and get to the answer with a proven outline method that will get us there. But once we get there are many other ways to get there. And at that point, then we can start working on those other ways. So my name is Eric. Please comment. Let me know what you think. Debate is good. We don't always have to agree. We can disagree. That's fine, because in that we can find commonality. They say what is it? Two eyes are better than one. Well, four eyes are better than one. Yeah, four eyes are better than one. Or two. Count these both as one. Okay. Because it helps you to see more in some things that you may not see. And of course, I like to run my mouth. So I'm going to get off this video and I'm going to learn how to keep it down. But yo, hit me up, because I want to hear your input. I would not get upset. One of the reasons why I put this out is to hear dissent, not just support. All right. Much love. Peace.